Welcome to Season 2 of Gaming with Scott presents Marvel Superheroes, a Southgate Media podcast. Join us each week as our intrepid heroes follow a path of adventure and attempt to save the world and each other from the dangers of the universe. Starring Martin Davis, Josh Elliott, Dan Gentry, Josh Jackson, and Rico Suarez, with me, Scott Troiano, running the table as the judge. Galactic adventure and titanic struggles await you just beyond this music. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Gaming with Scott. We are back after we're doing a special episode today. It is a single episode with me and Josh Elliott. I'm here with Josh.
I'm back.
You like that? I still think that we had an unfortunate recording mistake earlier, so we were re-recording this, and it actually took me a minute or three to go, why is he, oh. and then I got it, and then I went, aw. And then I went,
Right now I'm like Conan. I'm like, what is best in life?
Nice. So, yes, I'm most, welcome back.
Thank you.
Congratulations. Good to have you back. Good
Definitely.
to be here.
Good to be back.
When last we left our intrepid hero, there was an altercation verbally about Morat and what needed to be where and where everyone should be, and you decided to step out of the portal or step through the portal that leads out of the Phantom Zone. As you step into it, there is a blinding wave of sound and color, and it washes over you, crashing against the very consciousness that you... And then there's nothing. It's completely dark. And cold. And you look around, and you're like, oh, it's dark, okay, and then, well, there might be... Damn cold. It's like cold. Lots of cold. Whole bunch of cold.
Like near absolute zero level cold?
Like you're in outer space cold.
Ah. Okay. Is the gate still open behind me, or?
You kind of do a little swivel around. Since there's no gravity, it's really hard to just sort of turn around. There's nothing to kick against. And you notice an object that is receding from you quickly, so fast it kind of shines and winks, but it's moving away fast enough that it could be the Phantom's, and now it's gone. You can't see it anymore.
Okay. Anything in space terms? Anything close by me at all?
Not really. No.
So like distant stars, distant nebulas.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
Is there any way for? Can I tell if I'm actually moving or if I'm just?
You could be moving. I mean, you could be moving quite quickly. I mean, you could have a lot of velocity, but in relationship to nothing being around you, it's kind of hard to tell. Unless you bounced off a satellite and went, ow, then it might be particularly hard to gauge that off the top.
Man. I mean, in that case, there's not really much for me to do but sit and wait for a minute. I mean...
Okay. It gets startlingly cold. You are still gestalted. You were when you went through... you were when you and Rico were battling the Dread.
Mm-hmm.
So you have maintained your gestalt. And you just seem to be... give me a random percentile roll.
17.
17. I was going to say 50-50 shot, and you rolled under. So, yeah, no, you're just sort of here. It doesn't appear. You don't appear to be moving. You just kind of be floating.
So I guess. I mean, I can do cosmic awareness to figure out where I am.
Thankfully, you don't have to breathe.
Well, right, but even if I know where I am, I have no way to make myself move. So, I mean,
Right. Cosmic awareness is not a jetpack.
Right. But it's worth a shot anyway.
I mean, there is the school of thought that says theoretically thought has energy, and expending that thought would then, in terms of physics, push you in the opposite direction. But I don't think you could think yourself any sort of relative speed.
I don't think the secret works in deep space like that.
Okay. Yeah, I believe we see eye to eye on that.
I mean, you know,
I'm not going to tell you to think hard thoughts.
I'm all about emotions or energy in motion, but angry astronauts don't make the space shuttle go any faster.
Right.
That was what really happened during the Challengers.
Oh,
just passed.
Oh, too soon.
No,
I still remember that.
me too.
That was
they brought us into the auditorium to watch.
They got us all in one room
on
the
to
TV.
watch it, and then it blew up.
There was a thing on Facebook recently about do you know these photos from past historical events, and they whipped through, and there were like 50 of them. So it was like, and literally it was like a photo, and is this World War I, World War II? Is this, and you're like, and it was like Hiroshima, and there were other, I mean, they were big, and one of them was that white line that split into the two, and it was like, oh, that's the Challenger. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I was surprised at how, I mean, I looked at that and immediately, and I remember where I was. I remember the classroom I was in, the TV we were using. I mean, it was just, wow. Yeah. So anyhow.
Yeah. I vividly remember the feel of the bleachers. Like, I don't know why that was such a big moment.
Mm-hmm.
It's odd. Anyway, just want to do a check real quick. Are we indeed?
We are 5 minutes and 53 seconds into recording. Why, yes, we are.
Good deal. Okay.
Yeah, I hit buttons. I did button. You button, bro? Yeah, I did. This time I did.
So let's go ahead and access cosmic awareness.
What's the rank of your cosmic awareness again?
I mean, it started at 10, but I think it substituted out for something. I'm trying to remember what it substituted out for. Well,
then we'll roll it on a 10.
Okay.
Because I think it's one of the ones I think that's the one he just pushed into your head. I didn't think it substituted. I think that's where he forced it upon you.
I mean, I rolled an 85.
Yeah, did you?
Well, not now, but
oh, well, you're gonna have to roll now then.
You won't float, brother. But it happened as the roll.
No.
Well, now I got a 53, so
okay.
We'll see what happens.
So 53 on a 10 is just barely a great success.
Yay!
Success. You are awash in the flood of the universe. The cosmos is your oyster. You open yourself up to all of the eddies of space and time, everything that could be, everything that will be, everything that has been. And you are, in fact, moving. You are moving very quickly, as in, like, not near relativistic speeds, but if you, like, the shuttle never went this fast.
Am I approximating the speed of light?
No. Like I said, nothing near relevant. No.
Okay.
You're doing, good 5,000-6,000 miles a second.
Okay.
I mean, you're moving.
Okay. Where am I relative to Earth?
Oh, Earth's way over there.
Okay.
And now that you think about it, there was an elliptical pattern that was made by wherever you were picked up from. Oh, wait, that wasn't Earth. That was Krypton. That never goes near Earth. Thankfully, you're headed in the general direction of Earth, give or take 15 or 20 degrees. Yay. But it's way... I could keep going. Over there.
So, given my trajectory, what do I seem to be traveling towards?
There is a nebula, there's a plasma cloud, there's a supernova you might be going toward eventually. Then you'll skip out of this arm of the galaxy, and if you kept going in the right way and just sort of hung out for a while, there is another galaxy way a little further, even more removed than Earth. Think the distance between here and, say, the Pegasus galaxy. Take that distance times 2. And then you'll hit this other galaxy that's over there.
Okay.
I mean, there's lots of entities in that galaxy over there. I mean, it wouldn't be a bad I mean, if they're all alive by the time
Well,
you get there,
I'm
still.
not trying to float for whatever hundreds of thousands of
Millennia.
years. It's going to take.
Okay.
Well, okay. While I have cosmic awareness online, is it possible to teleport myself?
Do you have the ability to teleport?
Well, I'm a cosmic awareness, so I know whether I do or don't.
Well, what do you have teleport on your?
Oh, no.
I didn't think so. Yes, it is possible. You don't have any abilities natively that would allow you to do that. I mean, we all know teleportation is possible.
Right. Oh, wait. Let me try this. I haven't tried this yet. While I am in cosmic awareness, I'm going to call out for Yang.
Nothing. I mean, Yang is out there. Yang has tendrils in far more than you would possibly, and you're out.
Well, storyteller, Wells is smarter than I am, so I would like to make a roll to see if Wells can think of something that I can't.
Woo! Alrighty then. Give me an intuition roll. You are not connected to the internet currently.
No, I'm not. And I would like to spend karma.
Good on ya. Do you have karma?
I do.
How much do you have?
I have 127, and then you sent me a message, and I don't really know how to translate it on my phone.
You don't know how to translate what? It was just a number.
Right, but it was 1,000.
Yeah.
How did I get that much karma?
Because we've been playing for a year plus.
True, but
I got a spreadsheet.
I'm not exactly the most hero-ly of heroes, if you know what I mean.
Your total was kind of toward the bottom.
Wow, really?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
There were folks who got a lot more than you did. Not to be that way. But yeah, you weren't the bottom of the barrel, but you were second from the.
Well, that's what happens when you keep preventing the vigilante from dispensing justice.
Well, there's that. Yeah, like 43,000 some was not near the top of the list.
Oh, well, that makes more sense.
You were like, that can't be right. No, that number was correct. I checked it 3 times before I hit send.
Okay.
And you went, no, that can't be right. Yes, that number is correct.
Okay. So then technically I have 43,127.
48,730 added to your total.
Okay, so giving you an intuition roll and spending karma.
Now, what are we intuiting? Oh, yeah, I remember what we're intuiting.
Wells can think is, yeah.
Nice.
33. I only need 40 to make that a green. So,
okay.
I had to spend, how much, when you say I'd like to spend karma, you automatically spend so much.
Spend 10.
So I only have to spend 10. Right. Yeah.
You spend 10 the minute you say the sentence.
Right.
Right.
So it's minimum 10.
Minimum
Even
of
though
10,
I don't
yes.
have to spend 10, it's minimum 10.
Correct.
Yes. All right. I'm in the green.
So, you have no abilities per se that would allow you to move. However, you are an energy body, correct?
Correct.
With energy body, you've seen Guardian Angel do it before. With energy body comes the potential to fire energy, like energy generation.
Well, I've got my fusion power.
Oh, you certainly do, and that's probably more powerful than just emitting dark force energy.
Well, you're saying I could concentrate it on a point, cause an actual fusion explosion, which would then hurtle me in a certain direction.
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, it might be a little bit, potentially, especially as far as Wells is considered, might be a little bit barbaric and a tad bit droll to use the brute force method, but
based on the energy output of the average explosion and my relative distance from Earth, Wells can do mental math. How long would it take me to fusion myself back to Earth?
Well, Wells, if you focus on it and you sustain it, and you could theoretically reach ludicrous speeds.
Right.
Slingshot around a few planets, and that becomes astronomical quickly. Relative short, I mean, a matter of months. And I say months only from the standpoint of because of the speed that you would have to reach, it's going to take a significant amount of time for a sustained burn to slow you back down. So that you don't, hey Mom, I made it home. Brrr, extinction level event because Dr. Wells came home. He hit the Earth. Yeah. Oh, wait, he hit the Earth. Boo. You don't want to, I'm going to crank up the speed so I'm going to be there in 48 hours. And then I'm just going to land. No.
I mean, I could shoot for the moon. I mean, would you miss it? Would you miss it?
Probably. Yeah, probably. A little bit.
Well, okay. What was the closest system to me again? What if I tried to reach that? Because you said there were sentient beings in the system.
Well, it said in that galaxy over there.
Yeah.
We had that conversation, but that's way the hell over there. So
it's way the hell over there.
It's way the hell over there.
It's way farther than Earth the hell over there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah. But that's a galaxy. There's a relatively close group of planets that has some life on it.
Nah. No. There's no point in getting to planets that don't have sentient life. Although, knowing Wells's luck,
Well, and when I say life on it, I mean sentient life. I mean...
Well, knowing Wells's luck, I'd get there and it'd be tribal sentient life that can't help me with anything.
Well, you would probably try to hit a planet that had some sort of spacefaring capabilities, I would imagine.
Well, sure, but how... I mean, cosmic awareness, is that the case over there?
Yeah, not that one, but the one a little to the right and a little further down the road, yes.
Okay. All right, let's shoot for that one then.
Okay.
And Scott is my storyteller, so I'm starting to experience significant levels of anxiety as I initiate this plan.
Woohoo!
So yeah, let's do that.
Okay. Let's fire up your fusion power. Give me a roll.
23.
That's enough. You fire it off, and it doesn't quite put you in the direction you thought it would. You fire it off, and you sort of spin off you weren't level, didn't have. You spend 3, 4, 5 times firing off your power to get a little feel of, oh, that put me in a spin. Like, okay, things are not going the way I wanted to. Okay, give me another roll.
57.
Okay. Now you're headed more in the general direction that you want to be.
There we
You're
go.
like, oh, okay, I get it. Little left rudder there. Okay, good. We're good. And you're moving along. Everything's good. Something whizzes past your head.
Okay, there's nothing out here. How the hell did anything just whiz past my head?
Yeah, I know, right? Give me a roll.
17.
Okay. There's a lot of stuff. Little metal pieces and dust and rock. And, like, somebody took a handful of gravel. Okay. Somebody took a trunk full of gravel and just kind of threw it at you. You're moving through a cloud of something. It's not pleasant. And you're moving fast enough that, ow, that hurt.
Bring up my dark energy armor.
Alrighty. Very good. Alrighty. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls at home, don't travel unarmored through the quote-unquote empty void of space. It's not as empty as you think. There's stuff out there. It's like rocks.
Gravel, apparently.
Yeah.
Trunkfuls of gravel.
Yeah, it's called space dust. It's a thing. It exists.
I saw that movie.
Yeah?
There's some sci-fi movie. I think it was Mission to Mars where they were... Yeah, I think it was Mission to Mars. Where they were on their way to Mars and they were in the one that was spinning and just a little bit of space dust went through, but it totally screwed up their whole damn day.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah,
that's right, because she was going to reach on one of the touch screens, and all of a sudden and she was like, ow, and her finger was bleeding. Mm-hmm. And it was a little space debris.
Yeah, a little like piece of sand.
Yeah.
Exactly.
All right. As Wells floats through space and does his rendition of Sandra Bullock in Gravity, Is anyone
Never
gonna
saw
show
that movie.
You never saw that one?
Never saw that movie.
It was worth a watch. I enjoyed it.
Good?
Yeah.
All right.
Although I have this thing. when the astronauts die. I hate it when they die.
Spoilers.
Not a spoiler. You kind of go into Gravity knowing
Somebody's going to die?
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
It's that bad?
Well, it's the whole premise of the movie. I mean, if you see the trailer, it's
Oh, I didn't even see that.
it's a bunch of astronauts and
Sandra
it's called
Bullock and
Gravity.
George Clooney, that's all I got. I know literally nothing else about the movie other than
Well, yeah,
it's in space.
If I make a movie and I show you a bunch of soldiers and I call it bullets, stands to reason somebody's going to probably get hit by a bullet.
Well, the fact that we're in the universe, by definition, means that the title Gravity is probably not that give. I mean, yeah, it's space.
When it's
right?
about astronauts,
But they don't have any
gravity. Is a
There's no
hazard. It's a hazard to astronauts. It pulls
Yeah.
them into things
Okay.
they don't
Sure.
want to be in.
Yeah, but gravity is also what makes the planet work, and from an astronomical speaking, I mean, that's... Yeah, I didn't get that, but I got it now. I get it. I understood.
Brain. Why won't you brain?
I don't know.
I don't know what my brain is doing. I don't know.
Brain. So, all right. You're on your way. All right.
Tra-la-la.
You have a couple more times where things sort of whiz past, and it's gravelly, space dusty, like, kind of like if you laid down in a parking lot and then you stood back up and you're like, yeah, see? there was nothing on the ground, and then you look at your suit and it's like, ew, yeah.
Wait, where's everyone else? If I've got cosmic awareness on, where's everyone else?
There's a bunch of them over there on that planet, and then I don't know where that other guy went.
That other guy.
Caesar won.
Okay.
He may not be currently in this time.
Okay.
Mind you, you also only got a green. You didn't spend all the way up to red.
Well, true. And by they're all over there on that planet is like far away, I'm assuming.
Far enough that interestingly, it suggests to you that time moves at a different rate inside the Phantom Zone, because you all didn't exit that far apart, but they were nowhere near you.
Huh.
So the time between when you exited and when they exited, either the Phantom Zone is moving so fast
Yeah.
that it's not even funny, or when you exited, you slowed down so significantly that it's not even funny. There was nothing around you that could have slowed you like that.
Right.
Or time moves differently inside the zone. One of the three. You would likely discount the middle one because, again, you didn't have a parachute on, so not that it would have made any difference in space. But
Okay. I'm also, just because I'm paranoid, before I shut cosmic awareness off, I'm just going to check for black holes in the vicinity between me and my destination. I can't see them or detect them. I don't want to wander near one.
no,
Okay.
none of that. Good answer, though. I hadn't thought of that. I should have made a mental note. In space, black holes, could have used that. Would have been good plot. Moving on.
Nice.
Woo! Next person that steps out, should they step out? Should they not be out yet?
Oh, no.
They're going to get a black hole.
I'm sorry.
No, you're not. You chuckled at the guy when you first started recording this, so no, you won't be. You went, so that didn't happen. So when he gets sucked into a black hole, that's not my fault. Moving on. Yep, exactly. Okay. So you're diddy bopping along, you're zipping along, everything's going well, everything's going good. When this time something zips past your head that's not small. It's about the size of a briefcase. And just... Not that you heard it, it was in your visual acuity and then past your head, and it was one of those oh my... You thought it was going to take your head off. Missed it by that much.
Okay, then I'm trying to track it. I'm trying to see where, if it passed me, where'd it go? Where is it now?
No, it's way behind you now.
Okay. Getting a better look at it, is it?
Spherical? Yeah.
Like the sphere with the Arkanoid on it?
No, much smaller than that. This is about the size of a watermelon.
Probe?
Nah, it could be.
It's
coming back at you.
Okay. Well, there's nothing for me to do but wait and see what it's going to do, so I'm holding my action.
You could shoot it.
Why? It might not be hostile.
Very good. Ladies and gentlemen, they can be taught.
Okay. I'm not one of them.
This is true.
I think nothing in this entire story arc could be more clear than the fact that I'm not one of them.
Well, but there was a decided group of dogpiling when the first Arkanoid sphere appeared that everybody did jump on it and just attack. So there was a group mentality there.
No. Eventually,
well, you did just say, forget this and I'm leaving, and you went the other way. So anyhow.
I X-rayed it. Because I want to know if the operator...
Right.
Anyway.
And then you disrupted systems and other things. But
that was then, and this is horrible now. So
yes, thank you. Yes, precisely. It zips past the other side of your head and is now leading and increasing speed away from you back from the direction in which it came.
Well,
it's spherical throughout the size of a watermelon.
It's detected me, it's found me, it's surveyed me or assessed me, and now it's probably going back to...
whence it came.
Right, to tell it about me.
Absolutely.
And that's fine. I'm going to let it do that.
Okay. All righty. And you wait a little while, and then you give me a percentile.
64.
Okay, you catch a glint off of the right as you're entering the system. It's a system with 12 planets in it. You're crossing what would be the orbit of the outer ring, and you catch a glint off of the binary star that's at the middle of this system. It looks to be an object about 12 for 15 feet long, shaped sort of like an arrowhead or a dart, and you catch a glint. It's approaching you at an oblique angle.
Did you say 12 to 15 feet long?
Yep, it looked tiny from way over there, but moving in closer. It does not look very big.
Can I determine if it's a missile?
How would you do that?
This is one of those instances where if I had my old powers, it'd be easy, but if I had my old powers, I'd be dead. So,
right. They're great. Precisely. If you had your old powers, you'd be dead. You'd have gone.
Actually, I wouldn't have. I have suspended animation.
Right. You'd have just.
But I'd have just
fade to black, and then where do I end up?
Well, it'd be like I'd be out of the game basically.
Nah, you'd have been found.
Yeah.
Oh
yeah. Okay, I will wait. I will wait.
Okay. You come to the realization that it is not a missile when it does a flyby, and you realize it's about 12 feet long. It's got a pilot in it.
I visibly see the pilot?
Oh, yeah. He flies like within 100 feet.
What size is the pilot?
He's humanoid, a little larger than what looks to be human. Pinkish light red skin. Zips past you at what is probably a slow pace. He's been decelerating for a bit. He wants to get an eyeball look at you.
Okay.
And zips by. He is doing a maneuver, a figure eight, which will bring him back.
Okay. This is the problem with extraterrestrial stuff. Body language isn't universal.
Right. And you have giant wings and...
Yeah, I'll just float neutrally.
Uh-huh.
As not movingly as I can.
Okay. Are you going to... I take it you have been coasting... You haven't been just constant burn on the nuclear power.
Not since that probe.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. He slows by. The craft does a little waggle.
So I'll do a little waggle back.
And you there's a blue beam that shoots out from the vehicle.
You're going to hope that's a tractor beam.
You have a split second to react. What are you doing?
I'm waiting because if he wanted to kill me, he'd have shot me easy. Or it. It would be far more appropriate in this situation. It would have shot me as it flew past.
Okay.
That's when you shoot something.
Yeah, typically.
Generally speaking.
It is, in fact, a tractor beam.
Okay.
And he begins to guide you in system.
Okay. I hope he plans on taking me back to some sort of space station.
Why?
Because I don't know that I can hold up to any sort of re-entry in my dark energy body or not. I don't know how that works. So.
Right. Okay.
He's over there like, I found the space object.
Yeah. He does, in fact, take you back in system. It's several hours later. Thankfully, you don't really need to eat. And you've been able to absorb enough solar radiation that you're fine as far as an energy body goes. You're not even really what we would call hungry. He takes you to a space station, in fact, that orbits the 5th planet of the system. And they bring you in the same lock that he lands his ship in. He stays in his ship. Like, his ship lands, and he like, beep, 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 and some lights turn off, and the thing goes, and his craft and he do not move.
Okay. And I assume I've been released from the tractor beam?
Oh, yeah.
Okay. Is there an airlock somewhere? Or?
Air fills the entire area. Yeah, you're inside the airlock. Like, the entire bay had been depressurized. The big door closes, and atmosphere pours in.
Okay. Is there a discernible door that might be an exit?
Oh, yeah. Opposite of the large door.
I'll slowly move towards it.
Okay. You're about halfway there. Thing's about the size of a football field. Okay, there are a number of other dart-like vehicles in it. The door opens, and 6 armed and heavily armored, like Space Marine type, 3 on each side, walk in, step in, level rifles at you.
Okay. I stand and just wait.
Okay.
I would do the same thing.
Yeah. After about 30 seconds of no movement, you stand there, they stand there. Door opens again. Gentleman comes in another guy, far more decorated, and by that I mean the actual color scheme on the armor.
Okay.
Like, there are more symbols on his armor. Steps up, hits a button, the visor clears, and he looks at you and says, "Memphis."
Do you have a universal translator?
Oh, okay. That was going to be my next choice. English?
Outstanding, yes.
It's not really English, but it's the 3rd channel on the communicator.
Well, hello.
Hi there.
My name is Simon Wells. Obviously, I'm from Earth, and you know what that is.
No.
Okay.
But there are enough life forms that have come through. Okay, yeah, that makes sense now. Okay.
All right. Who are you?
Oxygen breather, right?
Correct. Well, no. Well,
not ammonia, right?
No.
Okay.
I don't actually need to breathe.
Oh.
But
okay.
My people do. It's a long story.
Okay.
Who are you and your people?
We run this space station. We're the military.
But the military for whom?
The Ori.
The Ori.
You would call them the Ori.
Are you part of any larger confederation or...
The Ten Lie?
No idea what that is. Okay.
Okay. So what are you doing in this solar system?
Not exactly sure. Got warped into a dimensional gate. Got out. Floating here.
Okay. Fair enough.
Pretty much the story.
Okay.
Trying to get back home.
Where is home? I mean, if you've got a set of coordinates, it would be easier.
Actually, Scott, I do.
Mm-hmm.
The Arkanoids gave it to us.
Mm-hmm.
I should remember that.
Uh-huh.
Blah, 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 blah.
Do you have total memory?
No.
All right.
But I have cosmic awareness.
You do? Feel free to fire that up if you'd like. Give me a roll.
I would like to spend karma.
Fair enough.
And I rolled an 11, so it's a good thing I did.
Amen to that. You'd have been like, over on the west side of the universe. Like, what? Okay. You rolled an 11 for a green. Do you want to go for green, yellow, or red? A green is a 46. A yellow is a 76. And a red is a 98.
I will spend 98 for a red because otherwise, knowing you, they will drop me off somewhere and I'll be like, this isn't the... And I'll just hear this voice going, I couldn't help but notice your pain. It runs deep. Share it with me.
Share it with me.
This is not the right place.
This is not it. What does God need with his starship? You didn't answer his question. What does God need with a starship? Excuse me. Pardon. You're right. Yeah, you didn't have that neighborhood. Nobody wants to be in that neighborhood. I understand. I understand what you mean.
Best question ever.
And it's the way he goes, excuse me. It's just occurred to me, but
what does God need with a starship?
Yeah, great, like back and forth. It's like, just bring it closer. No, hold on.
Hey, wait a minute.
No. Okay, so you whip off a set of coordinates, and like his eyebrows try to climb off the top of his head, and he goes, "Oh, galactic coordinates. Not what I expected at all. Do you travel a lot?"
Not so much, but we have encountered entities as of late.
Are you a member of the Arcanide Empire?
Me personally? No.
Because you just listed those in Standard Arcanoid.
It's an interesting situation where apparently we may have inadvertently submitted.
Oh.
But the individuals who submitted technically don't have the authority to do that on behalf of the entire planet.
Yeah, according to galactic law, they kind of do.
Well, that's just going to have to get sorted out wherever galactic law gets sorted out, which I think is probably on the other end of a ray gun, but I'm kind of outside of that whole mix.
Okay, fair enough. So then, would you claim to be a member of the Arcanide Empire?
Cosmic awareness. Would saying yes be good for me or bad for me?
Give me a roll.
I shouldn't have to roll. I spent karma. I get a certain number of questions per use.
No, you don't.
Yes, I do.
You were looking for a specific. You're sifting the universe for a specific piece of information, and you've been having a conversation since then. So you've kind of gone, must talk to mere mortal. Hold on, let me push that over there.
Okay.
Now you want to dip back into the stream?
And I rolled a 15, so this ought to be fun.
the universe washes over you, and you realize he said something else to you, and then you're like, wait, what did he say? Wait, stop.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
I was wondering if you needed an advocate.
What is an advocate?
And it kind of the wash... Whoa, sorry about that. The wash of cosmic awareness rolling in and then rolling back out. You know that Arcanoids are a protected group. Mm-hmm. Like anybody that with an Arcanoid generally gets steamrolled.
Right.
People say Arcanoid, and the understanding that you have from the last Arcanoid that rolled out is that they're an ancient empire, and there are those. There was discussion between the group and with the other race that was encountered out in Kansas City right before that unfortunate incident at Nimbus with the light that came out of the sky. I don't remember exactly what happened, but they were talking with another race who suggested that they might be an ancient enough power within the galaxy that their hold might be crumbling.
Right.
So, ancient empire spanning 2/3 of the galaxy. Old ancient empire, they ain't got nothing. And somewhere in that gray, as cosmic awareness sloshes in, sloshes out, there is an understanding that the Arcanide Empire is not what it used to be. However, nobody really wants to poke a sleeping bear because you might get mauled if it wakes up. So there's a little bit of hesitance. There is an advocacy system that allows travelers who might have been stranded or otherwise in distress to lean on the bear and go, no, I'm with them for protection reasons. Now, with that comes a whole bunch of, no, you can't wander around our facility. You're not with us. You're with the bear. Did you want an advocate?
Well, no, I don't think that would be necessary, nor do I think that would apply to me.
Oh, good. So you're saying that you're not a member of the Arcanoid Empire?
Correct.
Wonderful. Welcome to Station 5.
Are you neutral towards the Arcanoid Empire, or...
We don't like to get involved
right
in those types of altercations.
I gotcha.
We'd rather have our system be in between 3 large players and not worry about it.
So, only real question I have.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any idea how I might be able to get home?
I imagine you would want to book passage with somebody.
Do you know where I could do that?
8th level on Station 5. There's a whole big promenade area where there's shops and travel and touristy stuff, and there's transport. I mean, there's people make runs all over the place.
Okay. Well, thank you very, very much. I appreciate your help and assistance.
Not a problem. Welcome to Station 5.
And I will head that way.
Sure. You go right down this hallway, and then there's a lift that'll take you down 3 levels down to level 8.
All right. And I will go that way.
Okay. And the 6 guys with the rifles have stowed them, and they're like, oh, okay, just a guy we fished out of space.
It's because this is what happens when you don't shoot first and ask questions later.
Yay! It's always a good thing. Okay. You head down the hallway. The doors on the left and right of you are sealed. As in, you're walking towards them and you notice that bars and stuff, like, you're not supposed to go that direction. They close before you even get to them. And the elevator at the end of the hall opens up.
Going into the elevator.
Okay. It's not exactly cramped, even though you're about 7.5, 8 feet tall. There's good headspace. It's about a 10-foot tall elevator. Nice and wide. It might be for 3x3 of these guys in the suits. It might be for life forms that might be bigger than you. It could be just this is the cargo elevator. Who knows? But you get in and it goes boom and
English?
Floor, please.
5th floor?
Was it?
That's what I thought he said. 8th floor? Maybe better?
Promenade. Bing. Doors closed. Elevator drops. Elevator door opens back up, and you walk out. Or actually, the elevator door opens back up, and you are awash in a number of different life forms. And we look at, it's almost like the Star Wars cantina threw up.
That's exactly what I was thinking.
There are little tiny lizard guys that look like kobolds. There are large Wookiee-esque looking things. You see a number of Kree wandering through.
If there's a bar with some guys in robes in it, I'm not going anywhere near it.
Exactly. No, nothing like that. There are different colored skin, yellow, red, purple, humanoid that look human or humanish. That just probably don't, I mean, they're obviously not Earthlings, but there's obviously humanoid life out there somewhere. And you see reptilian, you see a few that you see a gelatinous, what looks to be like a gelatinous cube.
Hashtag gelatinous lives matter.
Hashtag gelatinous lives matter. Exactly. Where are you heading? What are you doing?
Wow. Okay. There's no universal sign for information desk.
Give me an intuition roll.
45.
Okay. You look up. Do you step out of the elevator?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You step out of the elevator. As you do, within 50 feet in any direction, you notice the hairs prickle on the back of your neck. You have been, I mean, you're 8.5 feet, 7.5, 8.5 feet tall. You have a 12-foot wingspan.
Sure.
You just stepped out and, like, you were noticed. Like, it wasn't like you just, hey, guys, oh, gosh, don't sneak up on me. And there was none of that going. It was like, what the hell just stepped out of the elevator? Okay, with the big blazing palm print on your and it's obvious that it is a palm print of a 5-fingered humanoid that, like, okay, big horns, wings. You were noticed walking out. Like, not that people went, ah, and fled or anything, but, like, the music kind of went, really? Okay, and then picked back up, and people kind of kept an eye out of the corner of their eye just to make sure that you weren't just going to rampage from one end of the promenade to the other, because you look a little bit intimidating.
Well, right, and I'm staying gestalted partially for my own protection. Partially.
Yeah.
I think it makes the wrong types less likely to mess with me.
Fair enough.
Um,
So you looked up and you look down and you see a sign above an area of counter that lists several different. One of them is TT Hatch Nex Ool with the umlaut, and you're like, that's probably information.
Okay. I will approach that then.
Okay. There is a male and female humanoid, one with light blue skin, one with light pink skin, sitting behind the counter.
Hello.
And you hear, hi, how can we help you today? And it was obvious an electronic click was clicking over.
I need to book passage to a certain set of coordinates, and I was wondering where I might be able to go to do that.
Well, we have several travel booths. There's an automated kiosk that's right behind you on the opposite side of the hall from where we are now. I could arrange something for you, depending on where you're going and how you'd like to travel there.
Well, these are the coordinates I need to go to.
Okay. She looks at him and goes, oh, okay, that's a ways, but sure.
And then do you... I have no money.
Oh. Then how would you like to travel?
Any way that doesn't take money?
Well, there are travel arrangements that can be made in lieu of funds, per se. The first is in a manner of working the ship. Do you have a skill set that might be valuable to the ship? You actually come on board, and for the duration of the journey, you provide whatever the service is that could be rendered in lieu of pay for your passage. The other is a period of indentured professionalism in exchange for your ticket.
I think I'll go with the first option.
If that's available. Not all captains will be willing to do that.
True.
I mean, there are many captains that will need you, that would like you to work up a credit balance and then credit that against transportation.
I can produce fusion power.
Really? Cleanly?
Relatively speaking.
Really?
So let's...
How do you do that? Was just curious.
So, who might be interested in that? I think that's pretty valuable.
Well, to be perfectly honest, not a lot of ships are really pulling fusion power nowadays.
Really?
Oh, yeah, that's old and leaky and needs shielding and...
Mathematics skills? I have no idea what they're looking for.
Well, generally, labor is a good use. There's always, although this is technically not a field that we like to recommend to anyone, but you seem like you might be the type of lad that could appreciate it, security. It's always a field that could be
sure. Let's do that.
Needed. So how, and she gets kind of nervous. You can tell she's got the equivalent of a sweat on at this point. How, let me think of the word that would translate correctly. How legitimate would you like this passage to be? Like, do you only want to fly with bonded, certified, and galactically federated transportation avenues, or would private contracting that is not perhaps as extensively vetted be an option you would be willing to entertain?
Let's go with the licensed and bonded.
That is, of course, going to probably be a more expensive passage.
But if I'm providing labor...
That would probably mean you would need to work longer. As in, if you provided labor from point A to your destination, what would likely happen then is your labor would be booked for point A to B, B to C, C to D, D to your destination.
Internally, Wells is wondering if he does not want to track Mud home with him.
Right. But Wells ain't got no money.
Well, yeah. Well, let's try the license and bonded and see what comes up. Because frankly, getting to see a little bit of the universe, why the hell not?
Okay.
Well, wait, no. I don't know. Oh, no.
What is your qualm?
I don't know what the date is.
Why would that matter?
I only had 3 days before we started with all this nonsense.
Correct.
Do you have any way of telling me what the current date for the planet at those coordinates is relative to your international star date? that you use?
Well, we could probably look that up. Why? What was it? What was the date? What you were looking for? And you give her a date.
Yeah.
She goes, well, let me check. According to their calendar, it would be about a day plus a little bit after when you left. You guys got out in relatively short order.
Okay, then time probably is an issue. How long is this trip likely to take?
Well, it depends on what you book passage.
Private contractors.
Well, that depends on what they want you to do and how fast they're willing to go.
Right.
Theoretically, it could be a matter of hours. Theoretically. I mean, if you really wanted to Shanghai, there's a personal transporter in, and the guy nudges her, and she goes, I know I shouldn't say it. That's okay. Don't worry about that. I mean, teleportation being a thing.
Your translators are really good to pick up Shanghai.
Well, yeah. Well, I'm actually speaking my language. You're hearing it in your language.
Fascinating.
I mean, we're not speaking the same language right now, which is okay. It's how the mind copes with the translator field.
You wouldn't happen to have a code chip for that, would you? Are they expensive or cheap?
Oh, yeah, well, you have to generate a field. It's not everybody gets their own thing.
Gotcha.
No, but the only civilizations that still use that, and it's somewhat antiquated, and it's not always lies work their way in. It's not our fault. That's why you switched to a field instead of individuals, because then you could. Anyways, there were problems.
All right. Well, let's see what we can do private contractor wise, and that's as quickly as I can possibly get there. We'll see.
Okay. Then let me do a little bit of looking. I will see who we've got docked here at the space station. And why don't you, there's a nice, relatively clean lounge that's down that way that you can just have a seat, and I'll send somebody over.
Thank you very much.
My pleasure. If there's anything else that we can do for you here at Station 5, don't hesitate to ask.
Will do.
Okay. You go over to the lounge.
Yeah.
Pop squat.
Ish.
And that'll do us tonight for Gaming with Scott. We thank you for listening, and we'll hear from you real soon. Bye-bye. And that's it tonight for us on the Gaming with Scott podcast. You can always send us an email at gamingwscott@gmail.com or catch us on Twitter. Josh Elliott is at Asmodee369. Dan is at Malkware. Josh Jackson is at ActionJack853. And Rico is R1CO. Me, Scott T, at GamingWScott. This is a Southgate Media production. Remember, be the superhero you always wanted to see in the world. And as always, you will be hearing from us real soon.